Health Matters with Karen Key.
Well, members of South Africans Against Drunk Driving, or SADD, were recently in London to receive the Prince Michael of Kent International Road Safety Award. It's quite an accolade, I must say. Well, Charlotte Sullivan, fundraiser and a director of SADD, is on the line. Charlotte, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Good evening. Thank you for having me on the show.
And first of all, congratulations. What an amazing award.
Thank you very much. Yes, I must say it's been the culmination of lots of hard work for SADD, and we were absolutely thrilled.
So why? First, I have to ask, what was the award for? What did you do?
It's for a project that we've been running in 8 South African universities for the last just over 4 years. It's a project that is sponsored by SADD, South African Breweries, and it is basically about teaching responsible alcohol use to young people. SADD is not anti-alcohol. Whilst we appreciate there are a lot of people that don't drink, we also know that young people do drink. And we believe that it's very important to educate young people that if they are going to drink responsibly.
So how did they get to hear about you? Did you actually apply to enter this competition, or did they hear about the work that you were doing?
Look, we obviously work closely with a lot of other international organisations, NGOs, road safety NGOs, and we were approached a couple of years ago when we started the project, and someone suggested to us that we submit the project, which we duly did. We didn't hear back from them. They then came back and asked us for some further information and updates on the project. And then there were, I believe, last year 40 nominations for the international awards, and we were one of only 5 to receive one.
Wow, it makes it even that much more special then. But what an occasion to have gone over to receive this from Prince Michael himself.
I think that was really significant for Caro and myself, because Prince Michael is very involved in road safety, not just in the UK, but also globally. He's quite passionate about road safety. And to be at an event with 300 or 400 other like-minded people who are also doing similar things to what we're doing.
Nice to know you're not alone out there in this fight against drink driving.
Very much so, although, I think it was quite interesting. I sat at a table with a number of people from Scotland, and I have to say, when I told them our drink driving and road crash statistics, they were absolutely bowled over. They actually couldn't believe what is happening on our roads here in South Africa.
It is rather scary. But on a more positive note, well, no, that was positive enough as it was, but following on from that, February is coming up, and I think we've known about this for a couple of years now. We have Alcohol-Free Feb. So tell us about that. This
has been a campaign we started a couple of years ago, following on from something that has become huge in Australia called Feb Fast, and I think many countries are running it now. And it's part of what we do at SADD is, creating awareness and saying to people, you don't need to stop drinking, but you need to be aware. Maybe you are drinking too much, maybe somebody in your family is, or maybe you just need to sit back and think about the harm that alcohol is doing to this country, and it's doing huge damage to South Africa.
I really like your slogan that you have for Alcohol-Free Feb. It's send your liver on holiday.
Yes, well, I think maybe after the festive season, yes, that applies to a few people.
Now, this is also, besides hopefully getting a number of people to recognise possibly if there is a problem with themselves or with within their families, it's also a fundraising month for SADD.
Very much so, yes. We do rely on this. It's one of our bigger fundraisers because, we are just seeing more and more pressure on us to provide services to people, and often, we can't provide the services we want because we don't have the funding. So we really would like people to come on board, particularly companies to come on board, for the MD or the CEO to sign up and then challenge all his staff to join.
Because if companies are going to get involved, you will actually go out there and give them a free alcohol and road safety manual plus a DVD if they've signed up for this Alcohol-Free Feb campaign.
Absolutely. That is our commitment to everybody that signs up. A very useful teaching tool, the manual is. We've distributed thousands of them to schools throughout South Africa.
And if anyone's listening and thinking, well, I wouldn't have minded, but, a whole month is a bit long, you have lots of other options. I mean, there's the 10-day challenge, and I know that if you want to have a day off, you just pay a little fine and all. So there's a number of options, and it could actually turn out to be quite a fun competition amongst friends.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think you could join groups. There are so many options. I mean, everything from make a donation, carry on drinking, the 10-day challenge, or sign up for the whole month, and then if you're suddenly invited out, you buy a special pass for the night. So I think there's an option there for everybody. And
all this information, Charlotte, is on the elcofreefeb.co.za website.
Correct, and you can sign up on the website as well.
And just looking back as the more depressing side of all of this is that we've had a pretty bad holiday season, the festive season. The numbers on our roads, the death toll has been relatively high.
I think appalling is the only word that I could use. But the other thing that one needs to remember is that people drink, then drive 365 days of the year. We see terrible statistics over Christmas, but one of the reasons is obviously there are just a lot more people on the roads. But on a daily basis, we are losing 40 people, and of those 40, 60% of our crashes have an alcohol component. So either the driver is drunk or the pedestrian is drunk or both. So, we need to sort of have a little bit of a mindset change. It's not just Christmas. It's not just Easter. We, in this country, have a problem with drink driving every single day of the year.
And the police and traffic police are not going to just be out at the festive season. So if you want to take a chance and go to jail, preferably you didn't drink at all. But, if you're going to do it, just know that you could get yourself locked up. But you also could take a life, be it yours or somebody else's. So think about that next time you get behind the wheel of a car when you've been drinking. Rather get one of those wonderful companies that will come and fetch you or take you home or drive your car home. Or there's so many options to keep yourself and everybody else safe out there.
Yes, absolutely. And I think your point is you really need to think about the effect of drink driving. We deal on a daily basis with families who've been left absolutely devastated. Who cannot move on with their lives because they have lost a family member. It's the most dreadful crime, and it's a violent crime. And I think, unfortunately, a lot of people don't see it as a violent crime. But, drink driving is no different to taking out a gun and shooting somebody.
And it's a very selfish thing to do.
Absolutely.
Charlotte,
and there's no excuse for it.
No. Charlotte, I'm afraid our time has run out, but it's been really nice to speak to you, and I wish you much success in the future with hopefully lots more awards. Thank you very much indeed for joining us on the show this evening.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Charlotte Sullivan is the fundraiser and a director of SADD. And if you'd like to find out more about the work that they do, or if you'd like to find out how to sign up for Elco Free Feb, you can take a look at www.elcofreefeb.co.za, or the SADD website is www.sadd.org.za.